Hi there, welcome back to your Apatros review. In this episode 11 of Public Domain Madness, with Guru the Mad Monk, the only Andy Milligan film I'm doing for this show. Now, welcome back to your Apatros review, your guide to the wild world of science fiction action horror, with me, your host, Milo Sipka. Now, for those who may have just recently joined, this show is basically about me doing reviews of science fiction action horror films, video games, TV shows, and books. Pretty much. There will be some exceptions, but not that common. Anyway, now this is the 11th installment of Public Domain Madness, which I've been doing since the start of this year, which is where I review 13 public domain films. Now this film is Guru the Mad Monk, which was directed by Andy Milligan in the year 1970, actually premiered in the US on the 29th of September 1970. Now, this film was actually part of the Mill Creek Pure Terror box set, which has 50 public domain source films, all of which are in extremely variable print quality, ranging from old unrestored film reels to VHS tapes. There are some prints in the set that are in surprisingly decent condition, but not any more than that. Mill Creek's box sets are only sold in the USA, but can easily be imported through online shopping sites such as eBay. And this is a public domain film I'm reviewing, so you can find it practically anywhere. Now for the story. The prison colony island of Mortavia in the year 1480. The island's chaplain, Father Guru, is a corrupt bastard who delights in the suffering of his subjects and also uses his position to swindle the Catholic Church out of money. But things take a turn in a surprising direction when one of Guru's trusted servants begs him for a favor. He loves one of the condemned female prisoners, a falsely convicted murderer named Nadia, and wants to save her life. Guru decides to grant him that wish by getting his mistress, who also happens to be a practicing vampire, to pass him one of the magic potions, which when mixed into the ritual wine for the prisoner's last rites, causes Nadia to appear to die of a heart attack but actually be cataleptic. After reviving her, Guru allows Nadia to stay in the church until her lover returns from keeping up his end of the deal by falsifying church records, so that Guru can sell the bodies of some of the executed to a local medical school for more money. At the same time, the colony's bishop arrives, having been fed up with Guru's demands, bringing with him Guru's replacement. This is the first, perhaps the last, and hopefully the only time I have the misfortune of reviewing one of Andy Milligan's cheapo schlockers. Andy Milligan was a gay director who made his name with a string of ultra-low-budget shot in 16mm period costume dramas that were all extremely impoverished and extremely bad. Milligan was also reputed to be a misogynist and joined the ranks of many gay men who were claimed by AIDS, going to his grave in 1991. Now, to be honest, the story that Milligan was trying to tell Guru the Mad Monk is pretty interesting. A deranged 15th century prison colony chaplain exploiting his power to obtain more money for his church, and partaking in a little grave robbing with his vampire mistress, and a surprisingly resilient one-eyed hunchback, bit of Winchy, His plans come to a violent end after he grants the servant a pretty big favor to save the life of his lover. But the utter lack of resources proved to be the film's undoing. That and the seriously half-assed nature of the production values on display here. There are a wide variety of anachronistic goofs that prove to be unintentionally hilarious, and actually pretty amazing when you take the time to think about it. One villager wearing modern pants, a modern light switch briefly seen, the church's sign being a printed piece of paper badly tacked on, and the scene stealing an astounding appearance of a white motor scooter visible just behind the gate when Guru meets the bishop and his replacement. I didn't know that Guru was messing around with time travel. The acting is clearly amateurish, but the cast treat the exercise seriously, which makes it ineptly flat 16mm photography, and by the way, Andy Milligan always shows films on 16mm, even more hideously bad. Now, there's no gore in this, but for the executions consist of people getting stabbed in the eyeballs and their hands chopped off, but no blood scene. And it's like really amateur dramatics gore, mannequin hands and stuff. There's no nudity over here. Guru the Mad Monk rightfully earns its place as a grade Z stinkeroo with a dread D- rating. This thing is just plain atrocious, and I hope I don't come across any of Andy Milligan's other films. This guy gives Uli Lamel a run for his money in ultra cheap schlock stakes. And I will, actually, there's a couple more Uli Lamel films I'll do in the future, so if you're an Uli Lamel fan, not many of them around, you'll see that. Now this film is in public domain, so pretty much find it anyway. Now, by the way, the film only runs like 55 minutes long in an NTSC format, and the picture on the Mill Creek Pure Terror says it's in 1:3, 4:3, and it has its fair share of print damage and stuff, particularly for the opening credits. And so that's it for Guru the Mad Monk, pretty much a D-, which means it's atrocious. Now, I don't do requests, but if you want to know if I have a particular film in my collection, just hit me up in the comment section. I'll answer. I usually do. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And a bit of a nice sunny day here. I've got my mask, which I'll put on just after this video. I only took it off to do this video. And by the way, in case you're wondering, I keep changing the shade, so wherever are these episodes, I'm on a little pattern. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that, and that's it for this review.